Welcome. I'm Lauren Gabrielle Foster, and this is Everyday Magic Live, a service of everyday magic in the sacred ordinary. This is our last episode from New Zealand for this time around, and we'll be back in New Zealand next year. Hello, Phyllis. Thanks for joining. So this is our last opportunity to be together here in New Zealand. And so that kind of is the reason that I came up with the topic for today, which is being able to be in pain and grief and sadness and not shying away from our pain, but not letting our pain be all there is, right? Being able to hold your pain and hold your hope and optimism and love and grace and all of the beautiful things at the same time. This is something that comes up for us. This is our whole quest around what we do together in Daily Body Magic, which is a private group at the moment, but is going to be available on Halloween for you. So be sure to click the subscribe button. Stay close to me however you can. Subscribe, follow, all of those weird buttons that are around so that you will know when it's time to come and do the process of daily body magic with us. But what we do during this work which is a combination of qigong that I have learned from different teachers. It includes breath work. It includes meditation. It includes, hands-on healing that can look like Reiki. It can look like tapping. It's just this magical way of being for just a few minutes, less than 30, and engaging with every cell of your body, feeling the unity of spirit and mind and emotions and seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and finally being able to stand in the power of being so active and alive and powerful, and at the same time being calm and peaceful and understanding that from this place, from the place of your soul, you can see forever in all directions and you know that everything's going to work out. And so from that place, it's easy to experience your pain. It's easy to experience your heartache and your tears because you're understanding that's just a part of the picture. It's just a part of the painting that's being created today. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We've been talking about fear, and you're always going to hear me, no matter what topic we're on, no matter where I am in the world, you're always going to hear me pushing back against oppression, especially when it comes from the stance of religion, right? And I'm really loving that all of the comments that are getting are gentle and kind and from your point of view. And so I want to be really clear. If your faith path is serving you and uplifting you and enriching your life and helping you to enrich the lives of others, then I'm never going to direct you anywhere, but I'm most especially never going to direct you away from a faith path that is in service of everything. But if there are people who are taking your money, taking your freedom, telling you how to live your life according to a set of doctrines, dogma, principles that don't resonate with you, and using the fear of God, the fear of death, the fear of anything to contain you, to box you, to control you, this is what we are rebelling against. We're rebelling against the boxes that society, culture, religion, well-meaning parents and elders have put us in, and looking at our lives from the viewpoint of being completely free and sovereign to do exactly as we please, and to love and appreciate the fact that everybody else is doing that too. So when we see someone doing something different than us, it's not, oh, you're wrong because you're different than me. It's, oh my gosh, let me see. I'm so curious. Share with me. Let's both be students and both be teachers as we're moving through this amazing, beautiful human existence and learning how to embrace the wisdom of our bodies, embrace the love and connection with the land and with the cosmos, and to bring all of that power into creating magic every day. Not 30 minutes a day in meditation, not once a week in church, all the time. Every day, the sacred ordinary. Hello, Siri. Siri, art intelligence. Siri is incredible. She is in Norway. I didn't get to see her while I was there, but she is a fellow Insight Timer meditation teacher and creates this incredible artwork and music. And she's just a multi-talented creator that is so keyed in to spirituality, in my opinion, right? So as I'm traveling and moving throughout the world, of course, the place that I feel the presence of spirit the most is in nature, undisturbed by the energy of humans and their noise and their pollution and their messing with things. But the second place that I most feel the presence of spirit is in art. And one of the things that I love the most about the cathedrals of the world, like St. Michael's in Vienna, which is so incredibly amazing. And like every inch has intricate carving and sculpture and painting. And that's where I feel spirit the most is through artists, musicians, sculptors, painters, all the things. It's as if they just have this brilliant ability to set aside all the worldly things and just let this magic that is pure spirit happen. So thank you, Siri, for that inspiration and for being one of these artists that helps us just love life and witness life and be so incredibly blessed about everything. Hello, Brenda. I think Brenda's in Canada. If I am remembering correctly. All right. So we are letting go of fear. We are understanding where our fear is founded and where it is not, where we are responding to a perceived danger instead of a real one. And we are not allowing fear to rule our lives. We're making our choices according to what we want, what we long for, what we want to experience and create in our lives, not according to a set of circumstances that tell us we can or can't, we should or we shouldn't, right? Tell us what we're capable of. We know we're capable of whatever we want to do, and incorporating this everyday magic. All right. So today I will be leaving Roueney, which is the little village that I've been in for the last 8 weeks in the northern part of the northern island of New Zealand. This area is called Northland. And in the 8 weeks that I've been here, of course, I have fallen so in love with little Georgie. If you look on the Everyday Magic publication, you'll see stories and pictures of her and all the other pets that I've met in my 10 country, 20-month journey so far. But I love her. And today I'm leaving her behind. And I've formed this beautiful, unique bond with her owner, my hostess here in this amazing house. And, we've been communicating daily for 8 weeks and we've gotten to spend time together in person on either end of this. And I love her. And I've made friends in this village at ukulele group and meditation group and playing cards in the cafe. And so all of these beautiful connections that I've made, I'm kind of saying goodbye to today. And that's the nature of my life. I land in a place and I make connections. I meet people. I learn. I get attached. I fall in love. And then I take myself elsewhere. And that is painful every time. And so I'm holding this grief, this sadness, this bittersweet feeling of leaving all of this behind. And at the same time, so much excitement for where I'm going next, for having a few days in Australia and making friends and seeing how the Australians are doing life there in Sydney for just a few days. And then I'm off to India, which is a completely new culture. And I'm just so very, very excited for self-care and hair oiling and body oiling and tending to your body to be an everyday acceptable type of thing, not a special, where can I find a facial kind of thing, right? So being able to hold this anticipation and excitement at the same time that I'm holding this sadness and this grief, this is a life skill that I have to have if I want to live this life. If I want to keep journeying and keep questing and keep seeing different things, then I've got to be able to hold my sadness and hold my excitement at the same time and to be able to have the space for that. So, what parts of your life are you clinging to that are keeping you stuck because you fear the pain of loosening your grip on those things? And almost all the time, I talk about life as a yes and that you don't ever have to choose. You can always find a way to have both. But so far, I haven't figured out how to have this human body in two places at the same time. So if I want to go and experience India and other places in the world, then I have to let go of what's here. And so finding the way to let that be okay. This is a part of your journey. Is there something in your life that you are afraid to give up in order to move into the next phase? Is there a place that you are so comfortable and safe that you are afraid to step out of it? And I have to repeat what every personal development teacher you will ever talk to says is that nobody grows in their comfort zone, that all the good stuff comes from stepping outside of where you feel safe and comfy and stretching yourself and stretching your horizons and yeah, being bold and brave and doing that. So I wanted to talk today. So this is part catching you up on where I am, and it's also catching you up on where I've been. So when I began this journey back in 2024, I started in South America. I did Costa Rica and Peru, and I've in past episodes talked about that. We're bypassing Canada because it wasn't really that special, and it was actually kind of sad because I met a friend for the first time there, and then somehow I lost her. She doesn't love me anymore, and I don't know why. She ghosted me. So, I'm 60 years old and I'm still having people ghost me. Um, so that's just a period of this journey that doesn't really have any specialness to share at the moment, but maybe one day we'll circle back. So, what I want to tell you about next is my arrival over here on the other side of the world, not the south side, but over in Europe. So my first stop was in Ireland. And it was in County Donegal, which is very special in a lot of different ways. It's in the far northwest of the country. So Northern Ireland, which is a part of the UK, is over on the northeast. So this is still Ireland, Ireland. We could talk a little bit about the difference between Northern Ireland and Ireland. Maybe we will. But it's on the beach. And I had three amazing dogs there. Einstein was like my first love. He was a rescue dog from Romania, about 55 pounds, but he thought he was 10 pounds and he loved to be in my lap. And again, there's pictures and things of him. But Donegal is also one of the areas where they are still very, very devoted to the old language, to Gaelic. And so many of the residents of the little town, which I can't remember the name of the town in County Donegal, spoke Gaelic. And that was also where I attended my first Cayley. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Kaylee, it's a dance where and I got to learn some Irish dances and was welcomed in by these beautiful, amazing Irish women who helped to teach me some of the steps. And so now all of these themes for future conversations are coming to mind, like how Ireland is still torn apart by religion. Half of them want to be Protestant and half of them want to be Catholic, and how that struggle isn't in service of anyone and it's dividing people. I can talk about how at the Kaylee and other gatherings where people are dancing and singing and doing new things, it's mostly women that the men do not show up for these things unless they're gay men. Gay men come to these things and they dance and they sing and they meditate and they do all the stuff. And so here's a note for all of you heterosexual men out there. If you single men, if you are willing to stretch yourself just a little bit and go and make a fool of yourself trying to learn some new dance steps, make a fool of yourself learning to play the ukulele or doing anything outside of your comfort zone, you can have your pick of the single women. And if that's not enough incentive to get you out of your comfort zone and out trying some new things, Yeah, I don't know. So there's another subject as to who is ministering to the men. I mostly minister to women because I am a woman and I know how to live as woman. And so I feel like I'm most qualified to teach that. But maybe there is a place for helping men to step into the fullness of who they are, right? So the whole world has denied the feminine, denied the compassionate. We're all about the practical, the getting things done, the linear, the God in the sky, the intellect. And we are being able to move back to a place where we're embracing the feminine, which is in our bodies, is in our hearts, is in the land, is in this beautiful sensory, um, cultivating life way of being instead of a managing linear way of living. Not that they're both wonderful. And in our best, we are embracing both. We are celebrating the power of our intellect to do things in a practical way, that kind of masculine energy. And we're also celebrating our way of like cultivating a garden, planting seeds and nurturing them and bringing the nourishment of our love and attention to our life, right? So, um, Bob says space, the final frontier. That is, of course, the space between human ears. Yeah. And, that I don't know if you're being flippant or not. I don't think you are because the human mind is vastly unexplored, right? We know very, very little about what goes on in the human mind and the human psyche and the human spirit and all of that. So, all right. So I, made notes that I didn't look at, so I've managed to ramble completely through this episode. And I've also managed to leave out a lot of the details about Ireland. So when we come back next week, I'm physically going to be, I think, in Australia. I might already be in India. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure exactly what time we're going to be here live. But click the subscribe button, the follow button. Please comment. Tell me what's on your mind. Ask your questions. I would love for this to just be an amazing beginning to a beautiful lifelong conversation where we're learning from each other and growing together. But next Friday, we're going to talk more about Donegal and my first visit to Ireland and my first experience with driving on the left. And my first experience being a house sitter, a pet sitter, right? So that's kind of where this journey began, even though it wasn't the technical beginning. It's a very important milestone and what do they call it? Waypoint in my journey. All right, so I love you dearly. I have also started a vlog over on YouTube. So I'm doing that live every day for just about 5 minutes because I'm feeling like I'm collecting way more information than I'm able to share. So the vlog is like a daily diary where I can tell about what happened that day and start to get some of this magic out into the world and into your world where you can learn from it and be inspired by it and, maybe go out and experience some of this for yourself. All right. Okay. All right. I love you dearly. I will see you in a week. Yeah. In the meantime, create some everyday magic, embrace the sacred ordinary in your everyday life. And I love you dearly. See you soon.